Welcome to the original podcast. I'm your host, DJ Double OG. Today with me, we got a couple of special guests in the building. We got the young nephew, young God, Jaquez in the building. And we got my cousin, my OG, somebody that I grew up. Excuse me. We got my cousin, my OG, somebody I grew up admiring and looking up to and being around and growing up with. We got the one and only Ruben Nine. Shoni
Hey,
Mac in the building. What's
hey,
up, Mac?
hey,
What's
you gotta know
up?
me to know me.
What's up?
What's up, cousin?
Yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on today, man.
I appreciate y'all
That
having
was a
me.
little, that was a little St.
Indeed.
Paul humor that Ruben Nine. But
Fact.
that definitely was your first rap name, Ruben Nine.
Okay, LB.
Yeah,
Yeah,
little LB, that's right.
yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
man, you gotta
you
know me
know,
to know, man. That's history,
right.
dog. That's a lot come behind that, though, cuz you know that.
Yes. But what's really crazy is I'm gonna even get deeper than that. We grew up calling now we cousins, we first cousins. So your mom and my dad is brother and sister, right? So just so everybody know our relationship. So growing up, we all grew up, I would say up until maybe like I turned 12, like we got into our teen years. But like as kids, we all grew up pretty much around each other. You know what I'm saying? Everybody at Grammy House going back and forth, barbecues, all of that. We was always around each other as children. So growing up, they used to call him Boo, and still
That's
do
still ain't
probably, yeah, still do.
that shit ain't going nowhere, my nigga.
And I never met nobody called, but I didn't know that people call their kids Boo. I thought that was your name. And I thought, listen, until I got into damn near high school, I thought that was just your name and it was just something special to you. And then Quad City DJs came out with the song My Boo, and I'm like, that's my cousin. And then I put two and two together, man. So I'm glad to see you here,
Damn,
man.
cuz.
That's how far we come back.
That's crazy.
But
I never knew that.
yeah, nigga, I for real. I thought that was your
Nigga,
name.
we play little league football and everything, nigga. You still didn't catch Cuzzo's name.
Nigga, I thought your name was Boo. And then they said Lil Nard. And I'm like, Lil Bernard, okay. But
Yeah,
I didn't even equate the word boo to anybody else though. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like I didn't think that could be like somebody could be your boo or that's a little boo. No, nigga. That was your name. All right, so usually what I like to start every podcast with is news that nobody cares about, right? Just some news stories that I like to get y'all attention on. But this week, somebody does care about this story, and it's the hurricanes that's going on in Ian. Now, you're in Texas right now, so
Uh-huh.
are you feeling the effects of the hurricanes going down in Florida?
Not this one, not this
Not
round.
this one.
I think it's kind of secluded to that area to the East Coast this time because we
Okay.
ain't get hit. None of it. It's fucking Florida up, but usually mid September, the shit like the end of August through the mid September be hurricane season for us, and it be hella flood, raining, and all of that shit. It's usually on the coast by now, so yeah, we ain't
Okay.
get none of that shit.
Yeah, that's one thing about Houston I learned from watching your live is that y'all niggas get floods on a regular basis. Y'all get floods like we get snow. Like it's
Cause
just
it rained
always
down here.
water. Yeah.
Rain down here so much.
Hey,
Not
let
only
me
do
ask.
it rain so much, the shit's weird. Like this the first place that I ever been in where you could be driving and it's sunny, right? And then like up ahead of you, you can see the rain coming down, and you drive into the rain, and then you drive right out that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
You
Like
just
it be
drive right through the water.
isolated rain and shit just coming down in one spot. I was like, damn. And I'm talking about coming down, nigga, beating some
Like
shit up.
can't see.
Yeah,
Some
you
heavy
got right
rain.
up out of it.
Yeah, I never been to Houston. I seen this meme yesterday. This dude Kev on stage posted. He said Houston is an hour away from Houston. He said Houston is so damn big. It's got like 37 highways, 6 expressways, 42 fairways.
Everything's 30 minutes away at least, bro. Everything. I
Yeah.
don't care what it is.
Shit, you know, I can't live like that.
Oh, cuz man,
You know,
once you get used to it, it coming back home fucked me up because it was so small, bro. I didn't realize how small the town was until I left and lived somewhere for so long and got used to driving and used to the distance and people being so far out. Then to come back home and I'm like, damn, this motherfucker is like, we could fit the whole town inside the neighborhood where I stay at. Nigga, it's from damn near 15 minutes driving through that. You could have made it damn near to Minneapolis. You know what I'm saying?
hey, and that's how it is in St. Paul. I don't like leaving East St. Paul. Nigga, I don't want to go to Burnsville, and you think Burnsville is all the way across the world. Burnsville, 20-minute drive.
Yeah,
But
see, that
you,
take that long to get to the highway out here, dog. It's a
yeah.
20-minute ride just to get to the freeway.
Listen, I don't like going to the midway from the east side. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't like traveling, so I can't imagine just being 30, 40 minutes away from everything. You know, in the Twin Cities, 30 minutes, you could go from North Minneapolis to East St. Paul in 30 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, Houston is that big. That's crazy.
Ain't
All
no
right,
going around the block or around the corner. That's dead. Ain't no such thing as that.
motherfucker, like, I'm gonna pull up on right down the block. You like, no, you ain't, nigga.
Yeah.
No, you ain't, nigga. All right, in other news that nobody cares about, Jaquez, this one might interest you as a basketball player. The Golden State Warriors went back to San Quentin for the first time in 3 years to play their annual game versus the prisoners in San Quentin. And the announcer, what the dope part of the story is, the announcer that announces the games for them was a prisoner for 26 years. And for like 20 years, the Warriors would go every year to San Quentin and play these dudes. Well, he got released in 2020. He came back to the jail in 2022 this year just to announce the game between the players and the thing. So everybody in the jail was giving him damn near just as much props as the players because, you know, he did 26 and a half years and that motherfucker ain't got out and made it. So I just want to give a shout out to the Golden State Warriors, man, because that's kind of like dope. You know what I'm saying? For like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green to go to the prison.
Yeah,
I can't hear you. What'd you say?
I said, man, give me a tryout. You feel me?
Hold on, wait. In San Quentin or with the Warriors?
Oh,
Okay, because I'm like, San Quentin, they'll definitely let you in that motherfucker. They got room.
for free.
They'll let you in.
No draft.
at all. You hear me?
Yeah, you ain't gotta have no draft or nothing, right? They gonna let you right in the door. All right, because everybody time, man, I'm gonna just skip the rest of the little stories other than this last one. Tesla, y'all know they made a robot
What?
and premiered it. Yes, nigga, they have made a robot for sale under $20,000. A humanoid robot helps you carry your packages and all of that shit in the thing. I swear to God, matter of fact, I'm finna show y'all this Tesla robot. Right.
What if I bought a robot, huh?
Literally. That's it right there. Y'all can see the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this the robot. And he just walk around and help you carry boxes and like water plants and do all kind of shit.
A personal assistant.
Yeah. And they, you know, and what's the crazy part about it is, you know, it starts there, but it don't stop there.
Oh yeah, you already know that's it ain't even start. That's probably the least of the technology level that they at right now. That's just why they're unveiling it to the public. But man, they got robots down there that look just like us, a nigga that's walking around doing all, you know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, this ain't new. This ain't new. Bro.
On some old 2000 Will Smith I Am Robot shit.
I Am Robot for real, in real life.
Like that's years been done years ago. That's just, you know, they got to bring it to the public at a pace. You feel me?
Yeah, now, yeah, that's what makes this different because they've been making. Okay, come on outside. Come on outside.
We stepping out.
Come on outside. This gonna be the 420 session.
420 session. I hit my vape. See you hit that weed.
Yeah.
Come on, I'm jealous. I gotta take
This the 420 session. Then we gotta do it right.
We're taking a podcast in the car. He said it's the 420 podcast. Right?
Do it right, Kevin. You got me.
Yeah, we gonna slow it up. Hold on, let me go get my shit. Hold on.
We gonna and it's Cuzzo's birthday today, cuz.
Oh, Johnny birthday. Happy birthday, cuz.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, happy birthday. How old you turn? 38 or 39?
Ooh-wee, 50.
You 50?
Yeah.
Damn, nigga, you old as fuck, boy.
You know a nigga old when they don't say 50 like 50. Nigga said
Right.
50.
It's 50, not 750.
That's a
Hey.
half of 100, my nigga. That's
Hey, listen, as much shit as you done been through, my nigga, you should be celebrating every motherfucking second today. You hear me?
you heard?
You hear me? Because they counted niggas out a long time ago. You understand what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
you hit 50, man. I'm going to celebrate with this Diet Pepsi because I don't drink. Congratulations, nigga, too.
I don't drink neither, man.
Oh, shit, niggas use a grinder?
Thought you had grinding fingers. I do. Young, old school nigga. We don't do grinders.
You said you were old to grind the weed.
Grinder?
That shit up.
It just be taking too long to get the shit back out.
Nigga got caveman hands. Nigga, all the nigga gotta do is clap and rub his shit together.
It'd be like a puppet stone. Yeah, a puppet stone, right.
Ain't nothing left but dust coming down. Nigga, we just lift it up. Twist and go. You feel me?
That's how it goes. All right, so you know, I'm glad that you came today. I wanted to talk about what you got going on right now. You got a new movie coming on the way that you directed, produced, wrote, edited, the whole nine. And that's a big move to make a whole feature film, but that's not where you started in this industry. So I want to go back for 1 second before we bring it all the way here to today. I want to go back to the very beginning. What made you say, I want to rap? Because at first you was rapping, or first you was singing though, if I be correct. You was singing first, and then you started flowing. So what made you want to get into music, period? What influenced you to say, I could do that, and I could be good at it?
I mean, keep it real. My dad was a DJ. So, you know, he was one of the first black disc jockeys in Minnesota. You can go check him out at the Historic Museum. They got a exhibit up there with his face and all of that, letting you know about what he did in Minnesota and all of that. But I mean, I was my mama's only son. So like, nigga, I had a lot of time to myself to like figure some shit out and play with shit and do, you know, all kind of shit. So, you know, I grew up in the era of boy bands, like nigga, the Boys, you know, motherfucking Subway, you know, and the era where boy groups troop and you know what I'm saying, all of that shit was popping. So nigga dancing and singing and shit like that was that was the way out. That's at least that's how we seen it. But I used to write. So like around 12 years old, I had started writing music for a group that was performing overseas and shit. And that was my first experience. I had got a manager and shit, and dude was kind of, you know, weird, but you know, we didn't know what we was doing. We was just all my mama knew is that, you know, people liked what I was writing and doing and they wanted to use it. So, you know, we meeting with people and, you know, got our manager supposedly doing what he's supposed to be doing and shit. And then the next thing you know, I find out they was actually stealing the music and taking it and doing full-fledged concerts overseas and all of that shit. And we never seen a dime, got no payment, nothing for nothing. So I kind of broke away from Buddy, but I knew, you know, music was like my outlet at that point. Like it was my peacetime. It was my, you know, that's where I did and felt most comfortable. So I stuck with it after him and, you know, did various groups singing and all of that shit. But then, you know, I got to an age where I started getting in the streets and start, you know, doing a lot of other shit. And it just felt like singing wasn't the way that I could really tell my story no more. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel like I could put my pain and the shit that I was going through into R&B music. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know how to do it then. So, you know, I slowly converted over to, you know, rapping and doing my thing and have been there ever since as far as music goes. and trying to make beats and all of that. You know, you was around, cuz.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this. You know, first I want to say R.I.P. to your father because
Definitely.
he was a St. Paul legend. You know what I'm saying? For real. So you say you was the only boy. I know, but people don't know. How many brothers and sisters or how many sisters you got?
If we go from my mom, I got 3 sisters and just me. If
In the
we go from
household?
my dad and we count everybody, I have 1 little brother and I have 12 sisters.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot. That sounds like my sister.
Whole bunch of estrogen.
Yeah, yeah. Now you know my older sister the same way. She grew up in the house with just me and my little brother, but her dad was he got 19 kids.
Damn.
All of them from St. Paul. 19 kids, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, I don't
Hey,
know.
you
It's
know what?
something about St. Paul OGs, my nigga. Niggas was rolling
Yes.
stones for real, bro. Niggas
They
was planting some shit up.
Hey,
Seed dropping.
they was trying to build a population for real back in the day, boy. I'm trying to tell you, it's not that many that don't have a lot. And you know, we come from a big family, right? My grandma had 8 kids. So it's a lot of us. It's probably more of us than we really even realize sometimes, you know what I'm saying? As far as cousins and family and stuff. So it's a lot of us around, man. So big family's always been a part of my life. And now I got 5 kids of my own.
Ooh, cuz you got 5 now?
I got 5, man. I got
Ooh.
5. My oldest is 12 and my youngest is 8 months.
Oh, you got fresh
All
one.
by Trisha too.
That's what's up, my
Yeah,
nigga. Salute.
man. Yeah, you know me and her been
Hero,
together.
no baby zone. You feel me?
Yeah, keep it that
Jacqueline,
way.
you don't need
I
no
bought a
babies.
dog. Bought a dog.
Yeah, that's all you need. Little puppy.
Yeah, don't have no babies, nigga. Not no
Well,
chance.
my oldest is 27. My
Damn.
youngest is 13.
Yeah. How many kids you got, cuz?
Ooh. I have 8 children. I
Damn.
have 7 children that's alive. One of my sons passed away. And I have 1. Yeah, yep. I got that's it. One of my son's 7 passed away. Other than that, I got 8 total.
8 total, okay. And then we got the young bull, Jacqueline. Listen, don't be like us, man. You look to hold off as long as you can, like I did. I waited till I was damn near 30. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, he did.
Hold
I didn't
on.
think you was gonna come through, cuz.
Yeah, hold on. I didn't think so either. None of us thought I was gonna have no kids, man. Me or my wife or nothing. I thought I was done. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be
You
single
did
for
like
life.
Johnny. You did like Johnny did. You had 1, and it was over with after that. He waited till he was like damn near 40 to have his first one. I thought he couldn't even shoot. I'm like, this don't work. He don't work. What shit he be doing? He ain't got 1. Yeah, his shit don't work.
Yeah. Then that shit just happens, man. And then they just don't stop.
Telling you.
And now it's like, man.
I think it'd be all about not only timing, but the right people. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes, you know, you be trying with a motherfucker and the chemistry just be off and it don't work. And then you get with a motherfucker and the first time it's like, oh shit, damn. Wait, for real? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's some real. I think it's you know, I think sometimes it is God's plan. You know what I'm saying? Honestly. Was that your phone?
No, that was my car. Like I'm trying to roll the window down in this bitch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes
You know,
it's
my
God's
shit
plan.
tinted, so it's dark as hell. And so that's why I cracked the door.
Oh, you look good. You look good. I can see. Yeah, mine's we was 7 years in. I didn't think we was ever gonna have kids. And shit just happened, man. Now I got 5. Why you playing with folks, man?
That's what's up. That's a blessing, cuz. I'm happy to see y'all still together too, cuz.
Man, well, yeah, I'm glad you happy. You know, right.
I remember some days. I remember some days, cousin.
Hey, hold on. It was a lot of days. You know,
I
that's why I
remember some
said
days, cousin.
it's God's plan because we wasn't together and she got pregnant. You know what
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying? Like we was we was like done. You know what I'm saying? Like it's over when I ain't messing with you, you ain't messing with me, we cool. It's been 8 years, you know what I'm saying? And then God like, no, y'all niggas ain't going nowhere. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
Crazy, crazy in love, nigga.
Yeah, he was like, y'all niggas ain't going nowhere.
y'all been together as long as I've been alive.
But hold on, wait. Cousin tell you, your auntie, this my nephew, right? This her brother's son. Your auntie crazy, fam. Your
Hey,
auntie,
I
your
remember some
auntie
times.
crazy.
I remember some times. That's all I'm
Listen,
gonna say.
listen, I used to get punked all the time by your auntie. She used to punk me in public like I was a bitch and I'm a gangster. But she be treating me like I was a little baby. You understand what I'm saying?
Man, you used to say it though. You
I'm
said that to
telling
me
you.
before though. You was like,
I'm trying
man,
to
back
tell
in the day,
that's
you used to
because
let your auntie ride with all the bullshit. With all the fucking
man,
She used to say all the dumbass shit.
man.
I'll just listen.
I'll be trying to tell you enough, you don't believe me. Your aunt, nigga, if you would have met me back then, you'd be like, this is lame as hell. What's wrong with this dude? But especially coming from Cubbo. So let's get into your business. Because but no, you know, cuz okay, we're gonna go back because I'm finna get off track. So let me go back and we're gonna bring it up as we talk.
Okay.
You started with the music. Hey, go sit down. Go sit down. But you also, that's my son Prince. He autistic, so he can't stop. Even if I'm telling him to stop, he can't stop. He got to stop. Come on, Prince, say hi. Say hi to your cousin. Come here. Say what's up.
What's
Say
up,
what's
little
up.
cuz?
Say what's up. Say hi. Say hi. Oh,
What's going
okay.
on
All
with
right. Keep it moving now.
you? Yo,
Yeah,
Danny.
so, yeah, you do. All right, so you started with the music and then you say you got into the streets a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of distracts from the music. And what I say on radio and what I tell a lot of artists all the time is that I've seen a lot of great artists, a lot of great music. And the one thing that kills a rapper's career is the street. Because a lot of people that rap ain't really, if you really in the streets, your chance of survival and becoming a rapper is like 90%. Like it's gonna be like you gotta be the top 4-5% and the luckiest nigga on earth to make it out the streets because the streets is built to kill, steal, and destroy. So I try to tell you muted cuz, but I try to tell all rappers like, you know what I'm saying? If you really want to rap, man, you need to get out that street shit and focus on this rap shit because the streets ain't gonna let you be a rapper. Everybody can't be Gucci Man and all of that, right? So let me ask
That's
you,
facts.
what would you agree with that statement?
Yeah, definitely. You got to learn how to separate the two because rapping is a business. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's more business than it is talent. So at the end of the day, if you don't understand that you can't mix the streets and business, then you know that's a crucial part of the game that you slipping on. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that's where most rappers end up dead because they still try to have a foot in the game and then they try to have a foot in the business at the same time. And that shit doesn't work, man. You know what I'm saying? You when you from the streets, you understand the lingo, you understand how niggas move, you understand the jealousy and envy, you understand the levels of animosity that happens in the hood, especially for a nigga that made it out. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga got beef back home or he got this and that and the third, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas don't like to see that shit. Niggas don't want to see you win. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, if you from a city where niggas don't want to see you win and you start winning, it's like nigga, the hate just gets stronger. You know what I'm saying? So for you to be coming back to the hood, flashing your $1 million worth of jewelry around the city and riding in your Lambo and doing all of this shit, this nigga's there. That nigga never wanted to see you off the block. So for you to come back like this, hey, you know, it's fucked up. So, but when you understand how to move, when you understand it's a business, you go back with security. You're not in the hood with your jury just trying to floss and act like you're a real nigga doing this. You understand it's a business and you gotta protect the bag. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of niggas slip on that issue. They forget that they the bag and they should be protected. So once they die, nigga, it's a whole bunch of shit that die with them. It's a whole bunch of people's futures that die with these niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah,
I
that's
definitely would agree with you when it comes to that, because it's a business and you got to treat it as such. If not, then the streets will show you better than they can tell you, and that's a
every
fact. Because
time.
the streets don't give a fuck what you got going on.
Every time. It's every man for himself, man. That's what you learn in the streets. Even your homies is out for themselves first. And sometimes you can be genuine and it seems like they just feed off of you. You know what I'm saying? Like when you really show people love and you really be there for niggas and you do what they wouldn't do for them, a lot of times niggas just be around you eating and taking all that good energy and that good love. And then when they full, they keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times you can't even blame niggas because they don't think, but I say that because I used to love coming to your house and kicking it because you had a really nice kitchen, first of all.
Hey,
I liked that
I
kitchen.
love to cook. I love to cook.
And he was always in the kitchen. And you know, the parties that you were throwing stuff, I would, try to be fake security and shit. It was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool. We had a lot of fun that summer, man. We had a lot of fun that summer.
Yeah, them parties was off the meat rack. Say they wasn't.
Yeah, they was off the chain, boy. That was the #1 parties in the hood, man. The access was off the chain.
Yeah. A lot of niggas be forgetting my contribution to the hood, cuz, but I know the niggas that know, cuz they know. You feel me?
Yeah, they couldn't do it like that, man. They couldn't do it like that. Wasn't nobody doing it like that. And it was fun. And it was safe. And everybody went home. You know what I'm saying? At a time where, everybody didn't have to go home. Everybody went home. You know what I'm saying? So that was a fun little time, man. Now I want to get into one question before I ask you this next question. I'm gonna throw it back. We're gonna go backwards a little bit to the music scene coming up in St. Paul. That's where we from, St. Paul, Minnesota. It wasn't really a lot of rappers that was doing it back in the day, right? And I'll tell, what's up? I'll tell a lot of people that even coming up, when we was coming up, it wasn't necessarily cool to tell somebody that you was a rapper, right?
Right.
Like everybody was so into the streets and so into being a thug and toughen that if you was a rapper, niggas was looking at you like, you know what I'm saying? So, but I think you got respect everywhere you went because you pretty much excelled at everything you did everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? So when you was coming into the rap game, it was just you and really it was Shotty Boo out of St. Paul. And y'all was like, and it was who else?
You had Lil Dog was on fire.
Yeah, Lil Dog, you right.
Lil Dog was on fire. Y'all was doing y'all thing. When you talking about ones that motherfucker was really like talking about and all of that, like Lil Dog, Honey Nut. You know what I'm saying? These are the niggas, because these are the niggas that I know that I was, super close with. You know what I'm saying? Like Dark Side, y'all was older. You know what I'm saying? We talking about like our age bracket and shit. Like, yeah, that's Shotty Boo was definitely like top tier St. Paul shit, nigga. Like, yeah.
Yeah, like we was all shout out to Honey Nut, man. I forgot that. I forgot about Honey Nut. Shout out to Honey Nut.
Go crazy.
Yes, definitely. Now, back in the day, I think we had a nice little music scene in St. Paul. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was popping and getting it on. But in honor of the homie, rest in peace, Shotty Boo. I'm gonna ask you, do you have, because Shotty was so crazy, man. Do you have a Shotty Boo story for the world? Every interview I do, I ask somebody if they had a Shotty Boo story. So, do you got a Shotty Boo story that you could tell the world?
Man, I got plenty of Shotty.
100 of them. Yeah, I know.
Not many that I can speak on because, every time we in Shotty link, you know what I'm saying? It'd be, hey, yeah. So And there ain't many that I can speak on, but let me see. I can speak about the time when I was moving up out of Minnesota, right? And I was throwing the going away party. So I invited the whole hood, nigga. I did it in the basement of the crib where I was staying at and shit. So I invited everybody from the hood that fuck with me. Shotty Boo was like, nigga, you gonna let me rock this? You gonna let me rock? I'm like, nigga, hell yeah, I'm gonna let you rock. You know, him and Papa. Him and Papa.
Papa. Shout out to Papa Hollywood.
So I'm like, hell yeah, bro. You already know, nigga. It's nothing. You can get out. I said, I'm gonna probably have like 1 or 2 more niggas rap, like, you know what I'm saying, get out too, because they asked me if they could get out. So I like, cool. Nigga, so the party get cracking. And you can't give Shotty Boo a microphone, cuz. Like, give Shotty Boo the microphone.
You ain't get that bitch
anybody
back.
that's coming up after Shotty Boo, nigga, they might as well just chill out until he's done doing what he's doing, nigga. Because not only can he freestyle for months, he got shit that the DJ got to play too. You feel what I'm saying? And then once the crowd get going, it's over with. So Shotty Boo came and performed at my going away party. And I can't remember who was behind him, but once Shotty Boo got the mic, the party was over. He rapped until the party. I got pictures still right now. This nigga dripping sweat, pouring sweat. He up there, mic, eyes closed, doing his thing, dog.
Rapping. Yeah.
Shout out to Shotty Boo, man. That's my nigga.
Yes, man. Rest in peace. I tell this story a lot. But that's how he was, man. You know, I remember because got in my car and my dad took the radio out of my car because he was mad about some shit I did. And he took the radio out of my car. And so we had to drive from Cottage Grove to downtown Minneapolis. But I didn't need no radio. I just went and picked Shotty Boo up. And this nigga rapped from St. Paul to Minneapolis, and then from Minneapolis to Cottage Grove, and then from Cottage Grove back downtown Minneapolis. The nigga rapped for 1 hour and 20 minutes, and then it got fucked up because we had to pick Papa up along the way. And this nigga joined the session. So now these niggas just sitting in the car going back and forth freestyling for like 1 hour straight. I ain't need no motherfucking radio or nothing. Cause he was just like, cuz you don't need no radio watch. Rapping about everything that he see. You know what I'm saying? So I just love that nigga, man. Rest in peace, Shotty, man. He was supposed to be actually doing this podcast with me when I started the radio shit right before he passed away. We was doing the show together. So I just like to mention, so yeah. And then he passed, so it was just me. But I like to mention him anytime I got somebody that know him and ask, you know what I'm saying, the Shotty Boo story, so I can put on the lab. It's DJ Double OG.
Plenty of stories. I just can't speak on them, a lot of them. But, yeah.
That boy was a wild, bullshitting ass boy. He introduced me to my wife, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, what?
Yeah, like me and him went out and he like, I got a bitch. I'm like, is she white? I ain't fucking with her. Cause you know you had the white bitch. He like, no, she black. I'm like, all right, he like, she black, come through. So me and him, I had the Color Supreme. We went, picked up my wife. She was on the corner of Victoria and Aurora, and picked her up. And that's the first time I met her, me and him, and the girl Cassandra and shit. All right, so let's fast forward. So you've been doing rap for a minute, but now you transitioning into movies, writing scripts, being a director, and you got your first major film coming. You also directed countless music videos. You're the first person I know to do graphic design. You're the first person I know to make beats on GarageBand, and the shit sound good. Like you done did it all. Like, yeah, because a lot of times, you know, back then we was using Fruity Loops. You know what I'm saying? Niggas wasn't using GarageBand. And be honest with you, a lot of niggas didn't even have Macs. So you had to have a Mac to even have GarageBand. We were still working on PCs because Mac was so expensive. So he the first nigga I've seen with a Mac and using GarageBand and know how to make the shit work. Because everybody else still doing Fruity Loops because we got PCs. And then shout out to your son, the coldest beats I ever heard. On a GarageBand beat, the nigga was 10 years old. Jay Bree was just killing him with the shit.
Man. a
You talk
master
about ten,
producer. Boy was
10 years
gifted
old.
as a baby.
Yeah, like youngin doing his thing, man.
You
But
remember the first time I brought him to your studio, nigga, this so we could teach him how to make beats and shit.
yeah, now we can tell that story. This the first and now I got somebody that can verify this story because I told it one time like to somebody else. But you know, Jay Bree is up, aka upstairs, one of the hottest writers in the game, Grammy Award winning writer in the game right now that just so happens to be your son. And I remember I used to have my recording studio over north. I was just fucking around with the studio. I just really had it learning how to engineer shit. And I was trying to get you to come to the studio, but you like, I got my own studio in my crib. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to come to your studio. But I'm like, cuz you gotta come to the studio. He like, all right, I'm gonna bring my son to the studio, right? So you brought Jay Bree, cause Jay Bree has started making some beats with it.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna let you tell it from there. That's just the setup. You know what I'm saying? I was begging you to tell, and you was like, fuck it, nigga, I'm gonna come.
Yeah, I mean, cuz was like, I don't know for how long you was hitting me, like, cuz come to the studio, come to the studio. I'm like, cuz, like, it don't make sense, nigga. Like, I got my
Right,
shit in the base, you know, across from my room.
right.
Like, I go right in there and do what I need to do. I don't need to do all that. You like, cuz, just come fuck with me. So I'm like, okay, because you understood, like, I was making beats and shit, but I was never like an engineer. You know what I'm saying? So I never really like understood engineering. I learned the program. Hold on, cuz, 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay. I learned the program that I
Chris,
need. I learned the program that I need to learn, and that be about it. I'm off to the races. You know what I'm saying? But you understood engineering, and you was, you know what I'm saying, you was good with that shit. So I was like, you know, that's what he needs to learn because that's the level that he was at. He was like, he had already started surpassing me from what I taught him. Like little shit that I taught him, the little game that I taught him as far as producing and shit, took it, ran with it. So I'm like, damn, what's the next level for him? We got to get him, you know what I'm saying? I got to keep him going and get him going. So bringing him out to your shit, you had the keyboard and shit, and you know, you understood certain shit that I didn't. So just exposing him to that, opened him up some more. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's the first place that he really made a beat at was your shit. Like I'm talking about, like, you know what I'm saying, where he was able to really feel like he was in the studio and shit. Because the one at the crib was at the crib. He was used to that shit. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
coming to your shit, put him in a building. You know what I'm saying? He felt like he was in a studio. Like, you know, I'm at the
Yeah,
studio. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So it was. I think it triggered something in him to let him feel and know that he could really do it. Not only just coming there, but he was already a talented. Like he been talented since day one, bro. So you know,
Talented.
exposing them to the right people and the right things is what helps guide a kid to success, my nigga. And that's what I tried to do throughout his career and, you know, throughout his
And you,
life.
and you definitely did that. So the first time y'all came to the studio, I remember he was recording something. So he recorded and he wanted to get in the booth. And do you remember what he asked in the booth? He was like, Dad, I need you to cover the booth with me, right? He like, I can't be here. So I had to set it up for y'all, for both of y'all to be in the booth because
Mm-hmm.
he didn't want to record without you. You know what I'm saying? Now thinking about it, now that I'm a father, because back then I wasn't. Now that I'm a father thinking about it, that's a precious ass moment. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? The first time he ever recorded a song, he wanted his dad with him in the booth. And I was there to record it. I feel special because, you know what I'm saying? Just knowing y'all and knowing who he is now, like just to be a part of his story in a little way is dope. You know what I'm saying? But as a father, just reliving that moment where you had to go in there and hold his hand literally in the studio and teach him record to knowing where he's at right now. I mean, shout out to you, you know what I'm saying? And I know whatever, you know what I'm saying? Credit is due, whatever. But I'm giving you your flowers. I'm giving you your credit because I've seen it from the
Thank
very
you.
beginning. And we gonna put it on tape and record it because you deserve it. You know what I'm saying? No matter what happened before, after, whatever. It's just at that time you was there present. But you was always, and this is something that I tell my nephew, and this is something that I tell everybody that my homies, you can't be no deadbeat dad. and we fuck with you. Like, I ain't never met a nigga that don't take care of his kids. And if he don't take care of his kids, I ain't fucking with you. Because that means it's like, if you say fuck your kids, that means you just say fuck any and everybody, right? And I ain't never been around a nigga that's been a deadbeat daddy. You know what I'm saying? So you was always very present in your children's life. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, always did. So, you know what I'm saying? I just want you to know that from the bottom of my heart. So you did definitely go to the studio upstairs. First time at the studio was crazy. But what made you get into directing films and videos and transitioning from music? Because you don't, and we ain't got time to get into all the deals and the ups and downs in the music game that you done been through, because I'm pretty sure you done been through a whole lot of ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? And you got some stories to tell. So when you drop your movie, man, we're gonna have to have you come back, and we're gonna get into your ups and downs in the music game. But as far as the movies go, what made you transition into graphic design, editing films, making videos, and all of that?
Well, honestly, I always been doing the graphic design because I couldn't afford a nigga to do my covers and shit back in the day. So I'm like, nigga, I'm not finna pay a nigga to do this shit. I'm about to learn this shit myself. So what I did, started off fucked up, generic, you know what I'm saying? Like super bullshit, but everybody thought it was tight because shit at the time, nigga, you know,
It was tight.
it was
That's the one
competing,
I'm thinking, we wasn't on that shit. All
you
right.
know what I'm saying? It was competing with the shit that was going on at the time. So, you know, even though if I look back on it now, I'm like, that shit was super trash, but you know, it's what started and helped me get better and better and better and better. So what kept me going at that shit is once I started being able to charge, nigga, shit, it was a hustle. It became another way for me to eat. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that I, you know, taught myself, meaning the investment wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It was my time to sit down and learn this shit and try to get better and better myself, but it didn't cost me shit. So something that don't cost you nothing that you could profit off of is always a lucrative business. So, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with it and stuck with it and try to get better at it because it's a business that people need. You know what I'm saying? And I don't give a fuck what realm of life you need, you're gonna need a graphic designer because you can't promote your shit without it. You know what I'm saying? So in that sense, I'm like, yeah, now that's a hustle. So the music videos, that same way. Like I couldn't afford to pay a nigga. Back then niggas was charging me like 1,500, 2,000 for a video, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think of the times that we're talking about. So they pay for a $2,000 video for my son, nigga. That's a camera, that's some lights, that's some all kind of other shit that I could have and make a whole video. So nigga, I went and bought a camera. You know what I'm saying? And I started freelancing, learning the shit, and trying to, you know, just figure shit out. I actually started with the hood DVDs that I had in Minnesota. I had 2 volumes of my Mac DVDs that circulated through the hood that sold out. I can't find a copy nowhere. I swear, if somebody got a copy of that, any one of them, the first volume or the second one, man, get in touch with Cuz, man. I'll buy it from you. I promise I will. I need them for my archives. I don't have them. I got people that still call me to this day and ask me for copies of that shit. So if y'all got it, please let Cuz know and let me know. But anyway, the music videos, I did that, like I said, for that reason. And I started doing my kids' videos. I started doing other people's videos. And, you know, I like doing videos. But then when the shit start coming in where people start wanting to do all of this extra shit in videos and be flying and jumping and fire and jumping through eyeballs and all that shit, I was like, damn, I like that shit, but I don't like that shit because a lot of times I feel like it takes away from the story that you're trying to portray. You know what I'm saying? And the message that you really want people to get from, you know, the music that they're doing. So I wasn't the nigga that you come to when you wanted all of that extra shit. I was the one to come to when you wanted storyline. I was used to writing plays and, you know, stories and all of that type of shit all my life. So when it came down to filming and all of that shit, nobody wanted to do videos that had acting in it, that had, you know, everybody just wanted to be like, come here, we're gonna stand right here, shoot. I'm like, man, this shit is whack, nigga. I can't, how am I gonna show what I know how to do if we just every video I shoot, nigga just wanna stand in front of the house with the homies, jump around and shoot. You wanna stand in front of the store with the homies, stand around and shoot. And over here, you want to do, you know what I'm saying? The shit got boring, cuz. So it's like, damn, what's the next level? So I wanted to do a movie. And I had wrote like 3 or 4 movies. And the first movie I wrote in like 3 days. So after I wrote the movie, I had end up, once I came back to Houston, Texas, after my little situation in Atlanta, I came back to Houston and I had ran into this nigga. I ain't gonna say his name either. But anyway, a real weirdo. I ran into the nigga on some business type shit. So I assumed that the nigga had bread, you know what I'm saying? Because the business that I thought was cracking. And he got to talking about he had movies in Walmart and he had movies on here and here and there. And I was like, damn, for real? I'm like, dog, I write scripts and shit. You know what I'm saying? I got a few movies that I'm trying to produce too. He like, what? He like, send me a couple scripts and let me see them. Let me see what you got, man. Maybe we could do something. I'm like, okay. I said, but I'm just moving back, so I ain't really got my money up yet. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we'll have to figure that out. You let me know what you'll charge me. I sent him a script. Nigga, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes after sending him the script, he couldn't have read, but probably the first couple pages of the motherfucker. You dig what I'm saying? But he sends me back all these fire emojis talking about, man, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. I'm like, how much you gonna charge me? He like 10 bands. I'm like, all right. So I said, let me get my shit situated. Give me a few weeks and I'm gonna tap back in with you. And he was like, okay, bet. The next day he hit me like, fuck it. You don't even need the money. I'ma just do it. Let's just do it. I love the movie. Let's just shoot it. And I'm like, fuck it, bet, nigga, let's shoot it. What we gotta do, what we need. He like, don't worry about it. We're gonna do a casting call. We're gonna do boom, blah, blah. The nigga did all of this shit, right? Boom. Had me thinking that he had a full film crew, the whole boom, blah, blah, blah. Had the shit set up, nigga. We got makeup art, we got everything that you think you need. So it's going down. First day of shoot. Everything's here but a camera.
Oh wow.
Hold on, wait a minute.
I'm like, how we shooting a movie? And we ain't got a motherfucking camera. I'm talking about makeup lady in there hooking faces up, everybody getting beat, shit finna go down. There's no camera. So I'm like, bro, I thought you had. He's like, my people coming with it. My people coming with it. Nigga. People never showed up with no camera, dog. So I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, what are we doing? You know, you got all these people here, my nigga, we don't got no camera. So, mind you, the director is somebody that's famous brother. I'm not gonna say his name neither, but the director is a famous nigga's brother who's directing my movie, right? So I'm like, what the fuck? How y'all got this nigga here? How y'all got all this shit going on and there's no fucking camera? So it was one of the girls that was here doing makeup. I asked her if I could use her iPhone, cuz she had the latest iPhone at the time. And somebody was like, you know, you could shoot off an iPhone. I'm like, man, y'all bullshitting. So somebody grabbed her shit, turned it on the camera, brought it to me. I started moving around. I'm like, damn, this bitch is crispy, man. This motherfucker might work. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, my nigga, this is somebody's fucking iPhone, cuz. This is not a camera that a nigga was supposed to have for this production.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So we get to shooting with the iPhone, nigga. Boom. Couple few days into the shoot, me and the motherfucking lady that got the iPhone ends up getting into it because she was on some extra shit, right?
So now she want more bad because she using your phone.
I'm using her phone, bro. So every day she's supposed to send me the footage though from that we shot that day, right? So I got like a couple of days, but then there's like, you know, 1 or 2 days that she skipped, and or a day or so that she skipped or whatever that I didn't get, and then the day of that we were shooting. So we ends up getting into it, and she dips with the footage. So all of the movie that we had from what we shot up to this point was now gone because it's in her possession.
Wow.
Damn.
We had no backup. We had no camera. We had nothing. Mind you, in the midst of that,
It's 4 days in. This nigga still homie still ain't pull up with the cameras. Where these
Hold up.
niggas was at?
He hired a lady off the internet, right?
Mm.
I don't know what he hired her for. She comes to the set. She says she's looking for the director of the set or whatever. So everybody's pointing the lady to me. Comes over, she's like, yeah, somebody's supposed to get my hotel room and somebody's supposed to pay me X amount of dollars and this and that and third. I'm like, who the fuck hired you? You know what I'm saying? She's like, such and such hired me. I'm like, oh, well, you need to go holler at him because I don't got nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to go figure out what he got going on. I didn't hire you. I don't know you. Only person I hired was her, and I got her taken care of. So long story short, the lady comes to me after running around the crew trying to figure some shit out, like she's just going to sue us because somebody ain't taking care of her. And I'm like, man, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Like, first of all, I don't know you. You never talked to me a day in your life. I never talked to you a day, you know what I'm saying, about coming on the set doing anything. She's like, well, this person said this and that, and they told me to holler at you. I said, why would they tell you to holler at me for anything? I'm not, there's no checks getting cut. Like, there's nothing. What do I have for you? I didn't make an agreement with you. So her and the girl who had the footage end up leaving together.
So they mad at you about some shit you ain't had nothing to do, and you put your trust in the nigga and got the whole movie took and fucked up.
So that's dead. So after that, I'm like, fuck it, I'm going back to making music videos, my nigga. I went back to making music videos and all of that, but I still got these scripts and these movies and shit. I'm like, damn, I want to do something. And then the movie that I got now that's coming up, Rondo, I wrote that movie actually in 24 hours. And so when I wrote it, I posted about it that I wanted to do it, and everybody back home was like, nigga, how you gonna do a movie about Rondo, nigga? Them niggas don't look like they ain't from Minnesota, nigga. They ain't da. I'm like, dog, it ain't got nothing to do with the hood, my nigga. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? It ain't about Rondo, the neighborhood, or none of that, dog. It's about a nigga named Rondo. You feel what I'm saying? So everybody was on a nigga like, man, they don't look like they from here, nigga.
Right, that ain't Rondo, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I had to explain that to people. So, but at the same time, you got to understand, like, I don't know how to do a movie, cause like, I don't know sound effects, I don't know special effects, I don't know none of this shit. I know how to shoot and edit a music video. You know what I'm saying? That's what I know how to do at this point. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know lighting or none of that because I never really used none of that in my music video. I never really cared. I just set shit up how I think it looked good and shot. You know what I'm saying? So doing the movies, it was a different thing because I had to start watching and learning how to do the certain shit because shit didn't look right. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, why this don't look like a movie? Like this shit, something wrong. So I had to go back and start watching tutorials and shit and learning how to, light up shit and learning how to do this and do that. So my shit, I could say, kind of mimic some shit that I would see on TV. So when Rondo came up, I was like, damn, I'm going to see how this goes. I'm going to put up the movie, and if the cast just so happens to work out, then I'm going to go ahead and shoot it with what I got. Now, mind you, because I got one camera, 2 lights. That's it. One camera, 2 lights, 1 lens, not no multiple lenses, none of this shit. You understand what I'm saying? I got 1 camera, 1 lens, and 2 lights. You feel me? So I'm like, damn, this is gonna be low budget as fuck, like the lowest of budgets. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no budget. So nigga, I'm like, fuck it. I posted it, nigga. Everybody chimed in. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole cast like filled up, and it just so happened that people fit the look that I was thinking about for the fucking movie. So I'm like, damn, this might be meant to work. You know what I'm saying? So I casted all of them people that said that they wanted to get on. We had a meeting, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got roles and all of this shit. And once that happened, nigga, we was off to the races. I'm like, shit, nigga, I'm finna do this shit. I took that motherfucker, 1 camera, 1 lens, and 2 lights, and moved that motherfucker like I had 4 cameras, 40 lights, and nigga, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you made that shit work though.
Made it work, man. I reached out to a lot of people for help. Nobody would really fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wanted to really do shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck it, nigga, I learned that too. I learned that. Now I know how to do this, so I'm doing this. Set the shot up, ooh, go back, do that. Get done shooting. At the end of the day, go home, download the footage, start editing the shit, blah, 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 blah. Now I come up to the fact I need special effects. I need gunshots, nigga. I need shit that look real. I need some shit. So how much for this? How much for this? Motherfuckers was coming with astronomical numbers. I was like, nope. Let me learn this shit too. Okay. Bop, bop, bop. Okay, bow. Pow. Okay, yeah, that shit looks straight. Boom. It's over with. Now it's another additive that I done added and bridge I done crossed because the budget's not there. Nigga, I gotta learn this shit. You feel what I'm saying, cuz? So now we at the end. We at the home stretch. You know, Rondo been shot. Everybody that's in my movie is first-time actors. They've never been in a movie before, but you can't tell it after watching my movie. And that's the thing that I kind of pride myself on with this shit is that I gave a lot of people an opportunity and a lifestyle that they never thought that they would have. Like a lot of people never acted before, never even dreamed that they could do this shit, but just by, you know, coming around or maybe was with somebody that was coming to the movie, I done pulled them into the movie. And now motherfuckers is like, man, I want this what I want to do. I want to act now. Woo, nigga, I want to be in all the movies you got going on. So it's like a lot of people don't know what they're good at until they're exposed to it or given the opportunity to be a part of some of that type of shit. So with bringing new faces into the game, for me, it's a blessing and a bonus because not only do I get to be one of the people that's responsible for assisting these new faces into the game, but these people are also grateful because now they got a new talent that they never knew that they had just from trying some shit. You know what I'm saying? And being able to see themselves on the screen like, damn, I really did straight. Nigga, I think I could do this shit. You know what I'm saying? So boom. Now we got the movie finished. Everybody excited. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing some voiceovers right now because I didn't have no sound equipment at the time. So, you know, we studio in it with the voiceover. So we got our audio super crispy clean. We should be done with that shit within the next week. And so we set the premiere for October 22nd. It's my first movie. I had to do everything, nigga. So it ain't a plus that when you say you wrote it, yeah, I did, nigga. It's not what I wanted to do. You feel me? It's not my choice. You dig what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, don't think I'm being some, you know, cocky nigga when you see all that, my name in the credits for all of that shit. It's because I had nobody else to do it, so I had to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Thank y'all for joining me today on the original podcast, man. I appreciate y'all coming through. We got
appreciate you
OG.
Appreciate you having me.
We got Shoni Mac. Be on the lookout for the movie Rondo. It's gonna premiere October 22nd. It'll be premiering sometime in November on Tubi. Make sure you check it out and support Rondo. I want it to be the #1 movie on Tubi. Y'all hear it first. I'm calling it out right now. Rondo, when it hits, is going to premiere at #1 on Tubi in the first week. Watch and see what I say. All the St. Paul finna tune in. The whole city
for the people in the back there.
#1 in the first week on Tubi. Rondo is gonna premiere. Y'all watch and see. The boy DJ Double OG, man. We got Shoni Mac. We got Quezzo the Great in the building. Appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all. Peace out, man.
Love you too.
Wow.